So tore it all apart last night. Gonna get ready for an LS swap. Gotta get this pipe out yet. Disconnect a few things, disconnect the trans, disconnect the steering, and disconnect all this stuff. And then this is actually bolted. So hopefully I can get this all out tonight, and then LS time. It's out. So I sold the bell housing. Gonna clean this all up. I'm gonna make that mount removable now. Gonna take the exhaust off. Gonna clean a bunch of this up. Test fit in the oil pan. I got wires cleaned up somewhat. Had to remount the pump, but the oil pan, I'm thinking I might want to get a front sump. It's kind of close, and it's far away from the trans. But if I get a front sump, I can push it back to the trans. I'm still gonna have to raise the trans, but we'll see. So we're getting new heat in the shop, and motor was in last night. Got to figure out trans mount. We had to cut here, so got to figure that out. But it's in. This side has to come up more, but we're going to do that motor. We're going to do the trans mount first, then that motor mount, jack up this side, and then level the motor out.
You can do that.
It's all in. So this is my Atlas RADesign shifter kit. And then this is a RADesign new VX shifter. So a little bit of adjustment, but that's all good. Starter has plenty of room. I should have the bypass tomorrow, the coolant lines. That's why I'm trying to get the exhaust done, and so then I know if I can sneak my coolant, build the heat shield, sneak the coolant past here up to there. So, and then more wiring, what we all love to do. So slowly but surely it's coming along. Should have the exhaust done tonight. Waiting on a muffler and a catalyst converter. I don't have that much room to make it quiet, so I'm hoping with a catalyst converter it should not make that much noise, and also it will keep down on the raw fuel smell. So that's the idea. This is the piece that connects to the downpipe, will sit in the other pipe. So this is my downpipe, and then it goes down to this crossover, which I have that tacked in there currently, and that shoots across underneath the trans to the other side, and that's what I'm working on currently, which comes out there, and I've got the downpipe there, which I'm going to put another one of these connectors here, and then exhaust is finally done except for the O2 sensors. I wanted to put a cat in this, but it doesn't fit, so it comes out of the stock manifold down, back into the muffler with the turn down. That's the crossover pipe to the other side. It goes from there all the way to there. There's a flange right there, and then it goes up into a Corvette manifold C5, which I made the pipe fit into that. So all that's left to do is Finishline Factory is sending me my oil cooler stuff. I've got to weld this back on, but I don't want to do that until I figure out exactly where I want to run the lines, figure out power steering, and wire a couple things, and hopefully this weekend I can get it fired up. Everything else is together. Last night my friends Steve and Bear came over and they knocked out a whole lot of list. We did the fuel line, we did the computer mount over there, which I still have to button up. This was a major problem. I had a bunch of broken off exhaust manifold bolts, and they were broke off inside of the head, and it was not easy getting one of them out. What else did we do? We hooked up the fuel lines back there, the map sensor we plugged in, all that stuff back there. Put on the tensioner to space it out. Put on this adapter, idler pulley, coolant lines. All I did was I used Spectra. I got to put a spacer in here, but all we did was run it with a Spectra elbow. I had this elbow laying around and down, coolant bypass down and straight back into my boat exhaust. So I got to get a piece of metal, put it here to just protect it. That's just a reminder, but everything else is almost ready to go back together. I got to figure out a firewall yet, but I'm going to get it running and then figure out the firewall. Oh, and also we have to do coolant steam port, and I want to wrap the harness and get it a little bit nicer looking. Just need a tender spring.
You get a return spring.
Yeah. Disconnecting the coil packs so I can prime the engine.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, do that side. Disconnect that. Disconnect
Oh, it's the big way.
the fuel pump.
Independent.
It's still gonna be cranking dry, but at least it won't fire dry.
Yeah.
Alright, good?
Yep.
Probably needs a spacer in the starter.
Sounds like it.
Any leaks?
So far I don't see any leaks.
Alright. Should have enough oil pressure now.
Alright.
I need you on that side because...
What's the big red switch kill?
No, this one right here.
No fire.